Okay, arm bar is going to be in. You have your feet in the straps. No buttons are in. And you're gonna have your palms facing behind you. And we're just gonna bend your elbows wide and pull up. Pull up. Good. Up. Up. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause with those elbows bent. Now rotate the palms to face forward. And now you're going forward and up. Forward and up. Good. Forward and up. Up. Good. Up. Up. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause with those arms up. Now bring the arm bar overhead and march. 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 Good. Up. 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 For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm bar down. Turn your palms to face the ground. Keep the palms facing the ground. At any point, if it's too much in the wrist, you just switch to palms face the ceiling. Hinge forward, squat down and back. Pinch the shoulder blades together, draw them down. All the weight's gonna go into the right leg. Left leg goes back and comes in. Left leg back and back. Good. Now, you want to challenge yourself a little bit here. As you put that left foot back, you push the arms forward. 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 Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up tall. Bring the arms down. Turn your palms to face forward and bicep curls. Bicep curls. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and pausing with the elbows bent. And squat down and up. Patricia, you're gonna be marching, marching, marching. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up tall. Now, elbows are bent. You're gonna press forward, drop back down. Press forward and down. Good. Forward and down. Forward and down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the arm bar back down. Good. Okay, just round those shoulders for a second and really let the arm bar push towards the ground. And that press is happening from the shoulders. Keep that pressure pushing down, but now you're pressing down from the elbows. Bring your feet together. All your weight's gonna go into your left foot. Right foot goes back and forward. And it's gonna be the same kind of arm movement that you just did. As you push back, you bring your knuckles towards the ceiling. Knuckles up. Good. Knuckles up. Knuckles up. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, rest. Great. Now let's just turn one palm to face forward, one palm to face back. And I'm gonna have my right palm facing forward. Bend the elbow. Now all the weight's gonna go into that left leg. Right foot's gonna go back. And if you can go to a 90-90 lunge, great, but see how I was just leaning back? Make sure your pelvis is in the middle, your spine's directly on top. 90-90, rotate, center, rotate, center, good. Rotate, center. You're rotating towards that front knee, good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate back to center. Now, just pulse down, down, down. Good. Down. Squeeze the glutes. Down, down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Bring the legs together. Lower the arm bar down. Switch the grip of your hands. Good. Bend the elbows. Take that left foot. Step back. You're in a lunge. Bend your back knee down if you can. That 90-90, or just keep it straight. But rotate towards that front knee. Rotate. Rotate to center. Rotate, center. Rotate, center. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate back to center, holding here. Now, press that arm bar up. Okay, now pulse down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring everything in together. We're gonna lower down to the ground. You're gonna lie down on your backs. And let's go ahead and put a button in on both sides. You have a button in on both sides. And reach the arms straight up. And then you're gonna bring your right leg to tabletop, then your left leg. And then you press forward and back in. So when the arms are above the head, just like this, you wanna make sure that you're not pulling from underneath or from above your shoulders. If anything, you should feel your under armpit working as you press up. So this is really, the neck shouldn't be involved. Your shoulders are drawing down, and you want to think that the tips of your scapula are starting to draw down and point towards the ceiling. For 3, for 2, and pause with those arms straight. Sorry, legs straight, the arms of your lower portion. And let's lift and lower the left leg. Lift and lower. That right leg is going to stay completely still. Good. You're just lifting and lowering for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let's pause with the legs side by side. Okay, now take that left leg. You're going to bend it into tabletop. Press it forward. Now, when you bend that leg into tabletop, bring the arm bar over the knee. And then as you press forward, you bring the arm bar above the head. Now, as you're doing this, pay attention to the arm bar. You want to keep it parallel. Don't let one side move quicker than the other. For 5, 4, good. 3, 2, 1. And now from here, bend both knees, place them on the ground. The arm bar is above the head. Now lift your hips up into a bridge. Patricia, go ahead and keep your legs in tabletop. And then straighten your left leg straight out in front of you. Good. Now open and close that left leg. Open, close. Open, close. You keep the arm bar still above you for 5. If you have to bring it close to the ceiling, that's fine, as long as it stays out of the neck. 2, 1. Bend your knee, place that foot down, lower your hips back down, keep your arm bar above the head, bring the feet back to tabletop. Now straighten your right leg towards the ceiling, lower and lift the right leg. That left leg still in tabletop. Okay, good. Now, as you lower that left leg down, you're going to straighten the right leg forward. Your knees stay side by side. Right leg bends in and out of tabletop. Left leg lowers and lifts for 5. For 4, 3, 2, and on this one, you're pausing with both legs straight. Reach out of those hips. Now you're going to cross your ankles, alternating So it's like you're doing egg beaters. It's not like you are, you will be doing egg beaters. Good. Now, can you keep your legs kind of at the height that they are and start to roll up doing those egg beaters? Only as high as you can keep those legs in the same position, and then lower back down. Armbar assists in the roll up, trying not to let those feet drop, and then roll back down. Good. Bend both legs into tabletop, place the feet down, then place the armbar on the hips. And just let those arms relax down to your side and just shake them out. It's a heavy armbar. Okay, let's go ahead and take your feet out of the straps. And then you can take that armbar towards the ceiling, or you can just roll up. But you're gonna come to a sitting position. Good, roll up. And then you're gonna place the armbar at your feet. And then put in a second button on either side, on both sides. And you're gonna press those legs a little bit away from you, not fully straighten. You can widen those sits bones, and you're up tall, bend your elbows, and now hinge back, and then come up. Hinge back and up, good. With that heavy weight, you come up pretty easily. Good, and up for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and on this one, hinge back and hold. Hold here. Good. Now, drop your elbows down, reach your arms forward, turn your palms to face each other. Now, bend your right arm in, rotate to the right, then your left arm in and rotate to the left. And feel the pressure of the arm bar. It should stay equal in both feet. So you have to kind of, as you rotate to the right, you push out of that right foot a little bit harder, and vice versa. Is it vice versa or vice versa? When you go to the left. Good. Rotate. Now, Cam, check your shoulders. Make sure when you rotate, you don't side bend. Yeah. Last one on each side. And then come all the way up. Round the shoulders forward and back. Turn your palms to face behind you. Your thumbs go towards the ground. And let's paddle back. It's heavy, very heavy. So when you're doing this, Cam, check to make sure you're not rolling forward. So think about collarbones lift up, push down your back, and then slightly squeeze towards each other. It's a small squeeze towards each other, barely noticeable. The only reason why you notice it is because you're actively doing it. For 5, 4, 3, good, Patricia. And Patricia, pull the back of your head back more, in line with your shoulders. Pull the arms behind you and hold. Good. Now, lift your chest up towards the ceiling, extend, and then get your ribs to pull down, but your heart stays lifted up towards the ceiling. So you're not gonna let your spine round, you get that extension, and then pull the ribs down, get your core engaged. Let's paint 5 circles. 5, 4, good. 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms back into the home position. Let your hands come out, shake it out. Good, okay. So let's go ahead and grab your motors and let's connect it. So you're gonna put the arm bar to face behind you. Once you have your arm bar facing behind you, you have a seat on the motor. Oh, take out one button on either side. And you want to sit as close to the front as possible. Button on each side. So just like we just did with that roll back, we're going to get some assistance from the strap. Now, the one button in is heavy. Try it for a little bit, and then if it gets too much, then take the load down. Reach those arms forward, and then bend them back in. Reach forward and back in. Good. Forward and in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and now on this one, keep those arms straight. Draw the shoulder blades down, eyes at the elbows towards the ceiling. Hinge back, and then use your core and your hip flexors to come up. Hinge back and up. Good. Hinge back and up. 3 more. 3 and up. 2 and up. Last one. And up. Bend your elbows in. Lower the arm bars back. Lower your handles back behind you. Shake it all out. Good. Okay. Now, if your arms are behind you, you kind of open your arms out to the side. You bring your elbows forward by your ears and you hinge forward. You hinge forward. And now from here, it's straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Now your hands, your elbows, depending upon tightness of the shoulders, you might have to send your elbows out to the side a little bit. That's fine. Just make sure your shoulder blades are pressing forward underneath the armpits. You want to make sure that you're not winging your scapula across your spine. For 5, 4, 3, 2, pause with those arms straight out. Like you're getting ready to jump and dive into the ocean. Paint 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms in. Round the shoulders forward and back. And let's go ahead. We're going to lie down on our backs on the motor. So you're already at the front. So you just turn, or you don't even have to turn. You just lie on your back. Your feet are going to go in the straps. Actually, your right foot's going to go in the strap. Your left hand is going to go in the strap. So opposite arm and leg, right foot, left hand. Reach both arm and leg towards the ceiling. Placing that right hand on the ground. Get in touch with that left shoulder, engage the left hip, and bring the left leg to tabletop. At any point, you just bring that left foot back down. But you're going to lower the left hand as you lower the right foot and lift both back up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and pause when the leg is lowered down and that left arm is floating right by your hip. Now, as you bend your left elbow, your fingertips goes towards the ceiling. You're doing a tricep. The left arm is just bending and straightening. When you bend your left elbow, straighten your left, when you straighten your left arm, straighten your left leg. Good. And that right leg is just staying still. Good. Now, when you bend your knee in on your left side, you're going to lift that right leg towards the ceiling. So that right leg stays straight the whole time. When your elbow and knee bend, your leg lifts up. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, Pause with arm and leg straight. Reach, 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 reach. Bend the left knee, place that foot down. Keep your arm down at your side. Your right leg is going to be reaching as low as you can without popping your ribs. Open and close just the right leg. And see what happens if you float that right arm. It's going to make you use your obliques and your core more to keep you on the motor. So see if you can float that right arm. Try to keep your spine as still as possible for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your leg into tabletop. Bring your right foot out of the strap. Place both hands in the straps. So your right hand is now in the strap. And we're just gonna do big arm circles. Arms open out to the side, they come back into your side. Up towards the ceiling, separate at the top, circle down and around. Up, separate, down and in. Up, separate, down and in. Good. Down and in for 3, for 2. And then we're gonna change direction of those circles. Up, push down, out to the side, circle up, press down. Press down, good, for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now your palms are gonna be facing the ground, your hands are down at your side. Keep the palms facing the ground. You bend your elbows out to the side, and then you bring them back in. So your elbows bend, you keep your wrist underneath your elbows the whole time. So it's like you're making the letter M with your body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring your left foot into the strap. Should be your opposite foot. Should be. Okay. Left arm goes towards the ceiling, right hand goes towards the ceiling. Bring your right leg to tabletop. And let's lower and lift your arm and leg. Lower and lift. Lower, lift. Good. Lower, lift. Trying to stay for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pause when your arm and leg are down. Good. Bend just your right elbow. And then straighten your arm, straighten your leg. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Good. Bend and straighten. For 5, 4, 3, 2. And as you bend and straighten, now lift. When your leg and elbow bend, you lift that left leg towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, bend the elbow into tabletop. And lift and lower the left leg. Good, that right knee bends in and out of tabletop. Your knees stay side by side. For 3, 2, and you're gonna pause. Both arm and leg straight. Bend your right knee, place that foot on the ground. Now, float your left arm off. Both hands are floating. Now open and close that left leg. Find the stability. Open and close. Open, close. Open, close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring that left leg out of the strap. Both hands come out of the strap. And then just from here, bring the bottom of your feet together. Let your knees open out to the side. Let your arms open out to the side. And just go side to side. And then you can gently just kind of roll off the motor. And we're going to come to a kneeling position, facing your motor. And so for this, you can have either your elbows or your hands on the motor, the roller portion. But you are going to put your inside foot, the foot that's closest to the armbar, is going to be in the strap. and take the button out. So there's no button in. No matter which side you're on, you're gonna be as far away from your arm bar as you can be. So you scoot to that outside edge. Just make sure you don't press outside of your block. Okay, you're in this all fours position. Now, just take your strapped leg and reach it back behind you and hold. Now, you're gonna take your strapped, the same side as your strapped leg is gonna stay pushing into the motor. Reach your opposite arm forward. I was gonna do something kind of crazy, but I realized it wouldn't work. Now you're gonna open and close your arm and leg. Open and close. Open, close. Open, close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now come back down, bring your knee down. So what we're going to do here is you are gonna push back into a plank, and then you can do this on your forearm as well, but we're gonna turn into a side plank. So you're facing your arm bar. And then we're gonna do just a few lifts and lowers. You can always drop down to your knee, but if you're on your hand, it will look like this. And we're gonna do lift and lower. You find what works for you. Good. You can drop that bottom knee down. If you're on your hand, it'll look like so. Good. Or up. For 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and come back down and rest. Good. Shake everything out. Okay, now bring that foot out of the strap. You're gonna still use that same strap. Your inside hand is gonna come into the strap, and you're gonna bring your knees onto the motor. And so you're grabbing the strap still kind of behind you, not the one in front of you. Now, if the kneeling is too much, you can always turn to sitting. And what we're gonna do is you're punching across your sternum, rotate through. Punch across, rotate through. Punch across, rotate through. Rotate through. Rotate through. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate through and hold. Now, make sure that inside knee isn't off the motor. You want to have equal weight. Bring your shoulders on top so you're not side bending. You're just straight rotation. Now, take your inside foot, your inside knee. You bring it forward and in front of you. You're still rotated through. Rotate back to center. Now, you hinge forward from your pelvis, straighten your back leg. And now from here, reach forward and back. It's okay if your motor arm bar goes onto the ground. It needs to because of the pull. Push forward and back. So you're in this lunge. And now reach forward. Now, if this is drawing the shoulder blade down and underneath, you're stabilizing in that inside heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the arm down, straighten both legs. And then you're gonna bring both feet back facing the motor. Okay, now place both feet on the motor. Wow. And find your balance. Okay, the arm bar, you still have that inside hand. You're gonna bend your elbow and you're gonna side bend and reach that inside arm up and overhead. Side bend, reach up and overhead. Side bend, reach up and overhead. Up and overhead, good. Up and overhead. For 5, 4, 3, 2, I cannot balance today. 1, and let the arm bar rest. Take one foot off, then the other foot off. Shake that all out. Fantastic. Then you're just gonna walk around to your other side. You are gonna have to adjust the arm bar to being parallel again. We're gonna start in that plank-like position, all fours. Your new inside foot is strapped. Oh, make sure you don't have a button in. And once you have that position, you're gonna reach that strapped foot behind you. Find that separation of the shoulder blades. Float your strapped foot. And float your outside arm. Bend in, push out. Bend in, push out. Bend in, push out. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Reach the arm forward, reach the leg back, both floating. Just paint 3 circles each direction. 3, 2, 1. 3 the other direction. 3, 2, 1. Bring everything into rest. Good. Now we're gonna do that plank. So remember, you can always just stay on your knee and do your 3-point plank like so. Or you can do it on your forearm and straighten. But once you're there, we're just gonna do a couple lifts and lowers. Lift and lower, lift and lower. From here, it's lift and lower, lift and lower. For 3, 2, 1, and rest. Man, those are hard. Okay, now inside hand is gonna grab the strap. You're coming to a kneeling position. You come up onto the motor. You rotate, reach across. Rotate, reach across. As you do this rotation, it's easy to kind of lean back. Make sure you keep your shoulders kind of on top of the motor. And you want to think that it's just a spiral going up. It's just traveling up. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. And on this one, you're going to rotate and hold. Okay, find that shoulder blade, draw it down, make sure your shoulder's not up in your ears. Then you're going to take the inside leg. You're going to bring it forward and rotate back to center. The leg that's closest, yep. Tuck your toes and then just straighten your back leg. It's going to give your kneecap a little bit of a break too. Hinge forward a little bit more, Patricia, and pull your ribs in. Hinging forward from your pelvis. Now reach forward, back in. Reach forward and in. Forward and in. Forward and in. For 5, 4, 3, feel that underarm. 2, press forward, hold. Let's paint 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend your elbow in, lower it down. Step back. Then you're going to step both feet on. Maybe this side will be better for me. So once you're on, now bend, turn your palm to face forward. Bend your elbow, side bend, reach overhead. Side bend, reach over. Side bend, reach over. Good. Man. Keep going. For 5, 4. Try not to find your balance by sticking your butt out like I just was. 3. You want to stay up tall, draw the core in. Last 1. And come down and off. Shake that out. Fantastic job. Okay, let's turn the motor so that the arm bar is going to be facing in front of you. You did some of this work already with this armbar behind you. Now, same, but different. You put a button in on each side. And then you have about a hand's length between you and the edge of the motor. So if you could, you would lay back and your whole sacrum would be on the motor. So you want to have, a good amount of that gray roller showing behind you. So even like you're sitting almost in the middle of the motor. If that means you have to put your feet over the armbar, that's fine as well. Like part of your lumbar spine would be on it. Okay, bend your elbows. Yeah, that looks like a good position, Patricia. Lift your elbows in line with your shoulders. Open the arms out to the side. Now, your palms are going to be facing each other here. Drop your elbows down, lift up, drop down, lift up. Now, as you drop your elbows down, make sure you don't increase the flexion of your elbows. Your elbow degree flexion stays the same. What's changing is the degree of flexion in your shoulders. Good. They don't elevate. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Good, Cam. For 3. For 2. Now pause with those arms up. Now your straps move. Rotate your torso to the right. Rotate back to center. Rotate to the right. Center. Good. Right, center. And you're up tall. Your shoulder blades don't draw towards each other, but you want to engage as if they are. Both sides, you're pushing underneath the armpit and you're drawing the shoulder blades towards each other so they find that stability. For 2, last 1, and then other side. Rotate, center, rotate, center. Good. Rotate, center. For 3, 2, 1, and bring the arms down. Reach forward. Grab your armbar if you can, and then you kind of just push away from the armbar. It's going to give you a little bit of traction through your scapula. Shake your head no. Bring your chest upright. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. Roll back into a C curve, and you're going to go back. How much of your spine can you get on the motor? I have, a good portion of my spine, even my vertebra on the motor. Yeah, good, Patricia. And now bend and straighten your elbows. Stay back here as long as you can, working your bicep. Deep flexion for 5. Keep your head and shoulders up there. Make sure you're not looking at the ceiling. You have that flexion in your thoracic spine. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Pause with your elbows bent. Now, as you roll up, your arms are going to reach up towards the ceiling. Arms are up towards the ceiling. And then as you roll back down, your elbows bend back down. So really, the tension in the ropes never changes. And bend down. Straighten up. Bend down. Very little change in the tension. Straighten up. Bend down. Last one, you're going to straighten up and hold up. Bring the arms down. Shake it out. Whew. And roll the shoulders, roll the neck. Good. Okay. Come to your straddling the motor on all fours position. We're just going to do a couple cat-cows here. And you want to have your knees squeezing the motor. This is a Pilates thing. So when you round your spine up into this cat, squeeze the knees into the motor, getting that inner thigh activation, and pull that triangle up. And then exhale. Relax it all. Inhale, round up, squeeze. Exhale, let it go. Last one. Inhale, round up and squeeze. Exhale, let it all relax. Good, then from this position, you're gonna straighten one leg back, then the other leg back, and you're in your plank. Good, then press your hips back into an A-frame. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Build your spine up. Round your shoulders forward and back. Okay, without using any of the straps, place your left foot on, then your right foot on. Find the stability in your body. Okay, let's go ahead and have everybody have your left foot in front. Okay, you're gonna take your right foot and you're gonna float it off. Side by side. Okay, and actively push that right foot towards the ground, but don't let your pelvis change shape. So you're actively pushing down. You're gonna feel your entire glute turn on. Now it's extend and flex. So we're swinging the leg and keep your center. Keep everything engaged in the pelvis. Inner thighs are drawing towards one another for 5, 4, good, 3, 2, and then you're gonna place that right foot in front. Slide back a little if you need to so you don't kick your arm bar. Now bring that left foot off into the side. Press down. And just feel that as you start to fall, if you just bring that leg in, it can help stabilize you, but start to swing that left leg. Swing. Let your shoulders be a part of this. Let your core be on. Swing. Core pulls you back to center. For 3, 2, 1. And step off. Shake it all out. Go ahead and straddle that motor. You're gonna arms go out to the side. Left arm overhead, right arm in front, side bend. Take a big inhale into the ribs. Getting a stretch all through the spine. And then exhale, pull yourself up. Opposite arm overhead, opposite arm in front, side bend. Breathing into the side of those ribs. Inhale. Exhale, pull down. Open those arms out to the side. Pinch your shoulder blades, lift the collarbones. Good, give yourself a hug. And now side bend, side bend, side bend, and side bend. Open those arms back out to the side, lift up, switch with arms on top as you give yourself another hug. And rotate, 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 rotate. Last thing, inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, look down the nose, round the spine forward, reach down towards the ground. You can just hang here for a second. And then you're gonna straighten those arms, build your spine all the way up. Then shake it all out, and we are done.